Hi, this is Kimberly with Dogwood Ridge Bees, and I'm here today with Dwayne, and we are going to show you how to install package bees. But I want to talk a little bit about being prepared. You can see Dwayne is wearing his suit, he's got on latex gloves, and he also has on boot bands or leg straps so that if any bees get on the ground, they don't crawl up his pant legs. So Dwayne's going to go step by step through this installation process. It is about 45 degrees and sunny today. So this will be a normal installation of package bees. Dwayne?
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop the plywood off the top of the box, and we are going to get our queen out of here, and we're going to hang her in the center of the hive. All right, so when I do that, the first thing I like to do is just kind of jar a lot of the bees down, get them down away from the queen cage. And I keep my plywood handy, and I just lay that back over the entrance there, the hole where the queen cage came out of. So the next thing, they've put this little tab on there, this little metal disc, just to suspend that in that little hole there. So we're going to take that off of there, lay that aside, and then what I like to do is take an object, a pointed object, and I want to be real careful, but I want to poke a hole through that candy. And that just gives the bees a good start to get through there. So I'm just going to be careful, really careful not to shish kebab the queen, and she is right there. So I'm going to let her move out of the way. And then I'm just going to open a little hole up in that candy through there. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set this aside for a second. And so what we want to do is I'm going to try to put this queen right under where the handhole is. And that way I can kind of see what's going on, but I like to hang mine upside down. Different beekeepers put theirs different directions. But there again, I want to make sure that queen's out of the way. She is. I got it bent a little too far. So I bend these out of wire or paper clips. You can see it's just a little hook that I've made. I'm going to put that up in the queen cage. Put that right over the frame, and you can see how it holds it. We want that wire running this way so the bees can get to her to feed her. All right, then I'm going to put another frame, and you can see right now she's just suspended in there. The next thing we want to do is we want to get the syrup can out of there. The syrup's put in there to feed the bees while they're in a package and they're in transport. Now you can actually take that syrup can and open it up. The syrup's in it's good. I've already got our jars filled up today, but I'll save that syrup and use it tonight or tomorrow when I'm doing some other packages. So to get that syrup can out, once again, I like to take the package and I'm going to jolt it a little bit and get them away from that syrup can. And then I'm going to take my hive tool. And these things can be a problem to get out sometime. Take my hive tool, get that out of there. At that point in time, I'm just going to turn the bees upside down and I'm going to shake them right over top of that queen. Just gently roll that hive back and forth. And if you notice, I've taken some frames out of here, and that way these bees can get down in the hive quicker. They don't pile up on top as much. You can see there's a pretty good pile of them there. Just take your time, don't let them drop out on the ground. If you have to, you can even rake them down in there. It's not going to hurt anything. Just be gentle with them. Sometimes you see they start clinging up pretty good, so there again, you can give it a little jolt to knock them down. Sometimes I'll take my hand. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to set this on there for a few minutes and let those bees start working down. I'll set it upside down so they can be going out that hole if they will. So it's pretty cold today, so they're pretty clingy. So I'm going to do I'm going to do a quick release method here. Sometimes what I'll do if they're not wanting to come out is I'll actually take the wire out of the box. You just rip that screen wire out of that box, and then you can get them out of there pretty quick. Try not to smash too many. As you can see, that's got all but about 10 bees out of there now. And I'll lay this down in front of the hive and they should go right in there. So you can see the bees are already starting to climb up. The queens are right here. They're kind of clinging around her. So what I like to do is I like to have a pollen patty made up. And I'll put a little small pollen patty on there for them. And then I'll start easing the rest of the frames in there. And you can see we're using all plastic, different colors, whatever I could grab, I didn't care. Bees don't seem to care. The black is easier to see the eggs on. The bees have already moved up in the frames down there, so I'm not smashing any bees. Few bees in the air, but not too many. I'm going to scoop my frames over and center them up. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the inner cover on real gently here. I'm going to put the lid on. Now if you come around front, you can see that we've got our multi-guard introducer on. And I've just got a basic Boardman feeder. And those bees are feigning, so they're all going to get in there sooner or later here. So I'm just going to put my basic little Boardman feeder on there, and those bees are ready to go. That's a basic install package, a package install. They're all ready to go. You can see the bees are trying to find their way in. And that's it.